All right, today is the first video for 2-3 equations of linear functions. We're breaking this one up just because of the pacing of my own personal classroom this year. So we're just going to focus on a couple parts of these linear function equations. First, you have to know how to write equations in what is called standard form. Every function type we're going to work with is going to have a standard form and then I shouldn't say every, but more graphical forms tend to happen too. All right. And so standard form is going to have similarities from different function types. And so we want to start you getting used to that. So it's just putting the x thing and the y thing on the same side, x and y first equals c. And so they want to be integers with the greatest common factor of 1. Means the book doesn't want you to leave them in fraction form. And so this is a quick example. Notice this is in standard form, 2x minus 7y minus 3. And so what are the numbers? Well, a would be positive 2. It's supposed to be plus, so b is negative 7. And then c is negative 3. And so you're just going to have to get it over to the form and then tell me what those a, b's, and c's are. Slope intercept form, this is hopefully a review of something you've got hammered home in algebra class. Y equals mx plus b. It's very important that you understand that m is the slope and b is the y-intercept. Right? It's the most graphable form of a linear function. Right? Now, this right here is the y-intercept. It's at the point 0, 1. And so for this particular problem, b would be 1. The m is showing you here in the picture that it goes up 2 over 3. Slope is rise over run. And so I would write y equals 2 over 3x plus 1. And so let's look at the first example. Let's write it in standard form. Well, the first thing I see is a fraction. And I don't really care to deal with that fraction right off the bat, so I'm going to get rid of that fraction right now. And so I'm going to multiply everything and throughout the whole equation, right, by the denominator of the fraction, 5. And so I'm going to do 5 times that, 5 times that, 5 times that. And so my new equation is 5y equals 5 times 2 times the top divided by the bottom. 5 times 2 is 10, divided by 5 is 2, plus 5 times 14 is 70. I minus 2x over, I get negative 2x plus 5y equals 70. And so that is my equation in standard form. A equals negative 2, B equals 5, C equals 70. To solve it in slope intercept form, you got to get y by itself. So this is just a fancy way of saying get y by itself. So they minus 12x to both sides. Divide both sides by negative 4. They get this. So what's my m? My m is 3. What's my b? Negative 6. You can pause the video here and give it a U-try. All right, if you didn't pause the video, you can go ahead and keep doing that, but I'm going to go ahead and work on it here. I'm going to add 18 over. It gives me 6x plus 18 equals 3y. I now divide by 3. I get 2x plus 6. And so my m here is 2, and my b here is 6. Example 3, the equation, and they give me that huge long equation there, can be used to estimate shoe sales in Europe from 2010 to 2015, where X is the number of years after 2010. So X starts at 2010 and goes on, and Y is the revenue in millions of dollars. So Y is the millions of dollars, X is years after 2010. So what is year 0? Year 0 is 2010. If X is 1, then it's going to be 1 year after 2010 or 2011. And so I have to keep that in mind here as I do parts A and parts B. So part A, get it into slope intercept form. And so I'm going to rewrite the equation here. I'm going to minus the x over. So I have negative 2y equals 3, 2, 4, 6. I'm sorry, negative, I minus the x over x minus 152,722. And now I want to divide everything by negative 2. And so I grab a calculator. I have 3246. Negative 3,246 divided by negative 2 is positive 1,623x. And then negative 152,722 divided by negative 2 is positive 76,361. And so for this part, I'm going to quickly rewrite what we just did. Y equals, go back, it was 1623x plus 76,361. And so the 1623 represents the increase. That's the millions of dollars. It's the slope. So it's going rise over run. So for every year it goes up, it's increasing in sales. They expect sales to increase by 1,623 million each year. So that would be good. That would be nice. All right. And then they expect that at year 0, 76,361, that was their year 0. That's what they were making in year 0. That's where they started this thing at. So year 0 for me, remember what year was year 0? All right, year 0 is 2010. So that number represents the amount of money they were already making in 2010. And so X, it just asked me here, X is the number of years after 2010. So if X was 1, I would plug 1 in and I'd figure out what they were making in 2011. Go ahead and try these. Best of luck to you.